know, that wasn't a horror movie.
But it's kinda scary.
It is honestly very, very stunning to see how people could be so creative with the way they eat their steak, especially here in Indonesia. Don't worry, I'm going to be here to share with you based on the international dining etiquette standard. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, so welcome to another episode with DW Etiquette. I'm Dhita. As you know, DW Etiquette is a leading training center based in Indonesia focusing on etiquette, elegance, soft skill, and personal development. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And if you're interested in trainings for you or your organization, be sure to contact us on Instagram at DW Etiquette. Our training consultant will be so happy to assist your needs. And now it is time to eat, the most exciting part. When entering a steak restaurant, always make sure that you know where to put your napkin. So I see a lot of people putting their napkins right over here, just like a baby when they're starting to have solids, you know? But no, that is not the right way. What you want to do is put it down on your lap. And next, you also have to understand your utensils. What we use here when eating steak, fork, and knife, I truly understand, especially in Southeast Asian regions, we do not use fork and knife very often. We usually use spoon and fork, or we use our hands when we eat. Do not feel bad if you don't understand how to use it properly, because I'm going to be here to share with you how to do it. Fork and knife are best of friends, okay? They're friends and they go together. So one is not merely for cutting, one is not merely for grabbing the food. What you need to understand is that they go hand in hand. And the first thing that you have to learn is how to hold it. There are two ways of eating steak. One is the continental way and one is the American way. And then both ways are acceptable. Start with the knife. I want you to hold the knife with your right hand and I want you to flip it. So you take your hand in an open position, slowly, be gentle, hold the knife and leave your point finger right over there. So it should not go too far in, it should not go too far out. And you definitely don't want to hold it this way, because this looks like an episode of I Know What You Did Last Summer, and you don't want that. So this will give you the support and a nice balance, and you can maneuver your knife really gently and properly. The fork. So in continental way, there are two ways of holding the fork. One, you can hold the fork facing downward or upwards. It is both acceptable, but for me personally, I love the look of facing downwards. It just looks nicely put together when you're doing it. And now let's head on to eating. I have this lovely plate that has a sirloin steak and a few greens. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move it gently and make sure that when you cut, you are aiming at a part where you are going to eat. If you're going to eat at this part, for instance, you stick your fork onto the part that you're going to take a bite. Remember, stick on the part that you're going to bite, and I want you to grab your fork and slowly tilt it a little bit upwards so it's easy for you to cut. In the European continental way, immediately put it in your mouth like so. That is so delicious. Make sure that when you're eating, you look very comfortable with the way you eat. Now we're going to talk about the American way. In the American way, always make sure you can cut it first, a few pieces like so, and then you put your knife on top of the plate and you switch the fork to your right hand and you can eat away. So again, that is just a preference. You can do the continental way or the American way. Personally, I do prefer the continental way because it looks simply polished, at ease, elegant, and nice, even though you're eating at a hawker center or when eating at a 5-star restaurant. That I think is true meaning. having a great table manner. You can eat anywhere and still look great. When you need to go to the restroom, you can simply put your utensils open like so. The waiter will understand that you're not done, and then you can simply put your napkin on to your chair or to your armrest, and you can go and excuse yourself to the host. And when you're returning, continue eating. The next tip I'm going to give you is never chew with your mouth open. Always savor every flavor, always enjoy your food, and never ever bluntly complain about the food on the spot. Always find something pleasant to talk about when you're eating, because you're respecting the food, you're respecting the cook. When you're eating, it is very common if you have something on your mouth. Don't worry, because you have your napkin. How you do it is you take it slightly and you tap. You can fold just a little bit on the edges so you do not show anything. Have something in your teeth, you can excuse yourself and go to the bathroom. Do not spend your time on the table trying to take things out of your teeth. Exposing your teeth, it is definitely not very pleasant to watch. Another polite gesture that you can do is never ever complain about the food. If you feel like you do not like something, you simply put it aside. And if you already put it in your mouth and you don't like it, don't spit it out. What you do is you pretend that you chew it, and then you take your napkin while making a fast motion, throw it away, and you fold your napkin. And you return to talking and smiling. So you do not mention to anybody that you just threw away something that you don't like, because it's incredibly impolite to do so. We want to come off as knowing how to carry ourselves in any given situation, right? Question is, when you're finished with your food, what do you do? At first, you can put your utensils on 6 o'clock position. This will definitely show that you are finished with your food. What about the American way? You just switch it a little bit to the side, like so. And next tip is eat your steak with the company. I wish somebody could accompany me here today to eat with me. Let's make a little wish, shall we? Oh, I wish somebody could come here and eat with me.
I'm here.
Oh my gosh! I have my son with me! Regan! Thank you so much for coming here. You're gonna accompany me to eat steak?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Another tip that I would like to give you is always cut in bite-sized pieces to make sure that we can still speak, right? We can still talk to each other, have a good time. Oops, you got a little something in there. That's right, you tap, tap, tap. Good work, Reagan. Understand that whenever you're eating, you don't really have to think about too much about, oh my goodness, there's rules, I have to do this, I have to do that. Things is supposed to be what, Reagan?
A pleasure.
A pleasure. It is not a pressure, okay? Can you imagine if we're pressurized when eating? We'll be like this.
Oh yes, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing?
Isn't it scary when it's like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do we want to do when we're eating?
Just don't think about it.
Yeah, just don't think about it too much and just, have fun, right?
Just enjoy the food.
You enjoy the steak? I'm so happy you're here. Do we look alike?
Almost.
Almost.
Yes.
But I'm the girl version. So what's your favorite steak sauce?
Mushroom.
Mushroom, why?
Does it taste good?
Just remember, we're going to cut in bite-sized pieces, okay?
Hey, Mom, I have a question.
Oh, shoot, away.
What is your favorite steak?
This is also another tip. You're eating, I'm sorry, I have to cut in a little bit, just in case I forget. So when you're eating and somebody asks you a question and you have a mouthful, stay calm and just continue swallow your food while you give a short gesture like this. See? Like, to show that you are eating. So after you swallow, and then you can respond while saying, sorry, I had to swallow that first. My favorite steak is actually the sirloin steak.
Okay, everybody, so that's all the tips for eating steak.
And we really do hope that this tip will help you navigate towards any kinds of restaurant, especially steak restaurants, and go with confidence and happiness when eating steak. Because remember, eating is a pleasure, not a pressure. Bye!